Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rabid Dogs Unleashed, and I am JP Alexander. And in the words of the famous and great poet, if you will, Johnny Lawton, aka Johnny Lydon, you ever get the feeling you've been swindled, duped, let's say? Oh, I get that feeling all the time now, living in the States, and when it comes to the media. What the media is spewing us, I'm not buying, and I haven't been buying it for a while, probably since I've been back in the States for the last year. I haven't been buying really much of it. Well, I've heard it the last couple of years now since Trump became president. And again, I know, let me just say this again. I'm not a lover of Trump, but I do think he's done some good things, and the media never tells you about it. At least the mainstream media. What is mainstream media? I guess anything else but Fox, right? I'm sure if Biden wins, Fox is going to do the same stuff. I know. I guess so. But I'm not sure up to this point. CNN, MSNBC. I don't know if Fox is going to be that, and do they have a big, a bigger voice? I mean, let's be honest. On the internet, yes, the right wing has some strength on the internet. But let's talk about, mainstream media, which means, New York Times, Washington Post, MSNBC, CNN, ABC, NBC, CBS. Longstone Magazine, Hollywood. You get the feeling maybe you're a little bit mismatched. How did Trump win? Sometimes I'm shocked he won because everybody against him. But I think not middle America, all of America is getting smart to the idea that maybe the media and the things we read are shit. Especially when now, the great thing, the internet. Let's give it up for the internet. Now at least we hear some other voices, mine included. This is great. I get to spew my beliefs, which believe me, my 2 cents is worth maybe a cent and a half at best. But it's just another guy's opinion. A 54-year-old, middle income, middle class guy, not in the 1%, probably not even in the 20%. I make a six-figure salary barely. So what does that make me? I don't know. I'm happy though. I'm content. Anyway, the media has been spewing lies for the last. I mean, you remember the Russiagate? Yes, you remember that. Yeah, that was in our homes every night. Russia, and they named the report the Mueller investigation, the Mueller report, after a guy who had no idea what was in it. That's beyond my purview. Yes, true. I was paid to be in my purview. My job is for that to be in my purview, to be my purview. And, that's what I was supposed to be investigating, but that's not within my purview now that I'm being X'd and I don't know. Oh, why don't he say the truth? People came up with this. Thousands of people came up with this. Not me. I had no idea. They just put my name on it because I was trusted years ago. I was somehow a trusted person back when I knew what the hell was going on. Back when I was kind of semi-important. Now I don't know what fucking day it is. I'm kind of like Joe Biden, but I'm above ground. Okay. Wow, that's something. JP, what are you spewing? I know, right? Anyway, I digress, whatever. Anyway, the media has been pushing. You remember MSNBC? There was actually a segment where Rachel Maddow, you gotta love Rachel Maddow. There's somebody who's just, I'm a lesbian. I'm going to make it so you don't even have to guess what I am. And that's good. You're coming out what you are. I'm with you, girl. You go for it. You go, girl. I'm with it. I'm with you. Anyway, Rachel Maddow, she's kind of cute. I know, there's something about her that's kind of cute. Anyway, she comes up with, when it was a cold spell last year or a year and a half ago, she goes, imagine if Russia had our power grid. Just giving us something no one asked. Giving us answers to questions that nobody asked. And I don't know if she came up with it or a boss came up with it, or somebody came up with it. Did somebody come up with it and told her to spew that? Were they okay with that? Didn't somebody maybe go over the content before it was released and say, we can't put this out there because it's just a conspiracy beyond, the grassy knoll, beyond holograms coming into the Twin Towers. Yes, just making up stuff that, imagine if Russia was in charge of our power grid. Even though we have no evidence that they were, or even was trying to get a power grid. And they're the ones who are going to stop the heat in North Dakota, South Dakota, killing millions of people. Just bringing that up out of nowhere. Okay, Nobody. There's nothing to answer for that. We don't have to worry about that. I was reaching. Gotta give me an A for effort. It was a lie. It was bullshit. It was something I made up on the spot. I was hoping that was gonna knock Trump down. And when if Trump loses in November, they're gonna say, "Well, I'm taking part credit for that because I brought up something that was completely untrue, but I'm taking credit because I swayed the American public from my bullshit to believe a certain way." Okay. Anyway, and then Ukraine, not the Ukraine gate, where they were going. Well, he was speaking to the president of the Ukraine about Joe Biden. That's not allowed. Did anybody get the feeling that maybe there was more of a story behind what they were talking about and not the fact that they were talking? I was always hearing, he was talking to the Ukraine president. Yeah, but they were talking about Joe Biden's ass clown son, the one who got drawn out of the Navy for doing coke, the one who got a stripper pregnant in Washington, D.C. That Joe Biden's ass clown son was making $60,000 a month being an advisor to a Ukraine energy company, even though he doesn't speak Ukrainian or Russian, and he has no prior knowledge of anything energy related. It's like putting me in charge of pig subsidies in Wyoming. Like, just give me $60,000 a month for being an advisor on that. I have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I might have just made up that. Maybe they're on pig subsidies and all. Yeah, pig subsidy. Am I taking two things? Again, who cares? I'm just making it up because it's bullshit. Who cares? It's like me getting $60,000 a month doing that. Would you believe it? I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't be okay with that. Maybe most of us. I know me. A lot of us. I know me. I'm just going to speak on behalf. Let me not speak for everybody else. I am a little bit annoyed that is not being investigated. But no, let's not worry about that. Let's worry about the conversation Trump had with Ukraine. I want to know what the hell is happening with Joe Biden's son. But maybe that's just me. That I thought was a bigger story than the fact that Trump was talking with the guy. Again, we got a few months of that. Nothing came of that. No accountability saying, well, we were lying, we were spewing, And now, Jeffrey Epstein ends up dead. Yeah, it happens. He killed himself, Okay, now Ghislaine, not Ghislaine, Ghislaine. You don't take an S and just forget about the S. Ghislaine. I know a girl in Brazil named Ghislaine. Ghislaine Maxwell is probably going to end up dead. Or she's just going to disappear, or something's going to happen. She's not going to give up these people. These people are not going to go to jail for this. It's okay. But they're going to hype it up all they want. They're going to hype up this. The media's going to hype up this. The media's going to hype up Black Lives Matter. They're going to hype up the coronavirus. They're going to hype up what they have to hype up to push their narrative. And the narrative is we got to get Trump out of the presidency. And I want to just say this. I'm not a lover of Trump, but you're giving me Biden. That Joe Biden, who should have won 4 years ago, who would have had a better chance of beating Trump 4 years ago, but you said no to him. You got to step down. I'm assuming this happened because he probably did want to run after he was getting old back then. They said you step aside while it's Hillary's turn. How is it Hillary's turn? Maybe the American people should be telling you what they want, and not the people in New York City who are kissing Hillary's ass. No, maybe the people in Middle America, they would say, we don't want Hillary. Why do we have Trump? Because you gave us Hillary. If you gave us anybody else, we would have been, maybe we're going to vote for that. Maybe we want to vote for something, not the status quo. You're giving us Hillary, somebody who's been running the Democratic Party for years. And we know it failed. You're going to give us that? That's what we want. Now you're going to give us Biden. Biden's a puppet. Biden doesn't know what day it is. He's on the ground. You're starting to say, hey, with this pandemic that we're hyping up, he can't campaign. With this epidemic that you're hyping up, the media, yes, I'm looking at you, the media, he's not going to debate Trump. He can't debate Trump. He knows he's going to lose. For the last 3.5 years, we've been hearing, almost 4 years now, we've been hearing, this, that, the other thing, this, that, we've been hearing things that are coming out to be not true. You want to say Trump tweets very crass stuff? You got me on that. Yeah, he does. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. But that's really all you got. You want to tell me Trump is doing this. Stuff that really matters? Yeah, I'll give you that. But you tell me Trump's in bed with Putin? I don't find anything on that. And you didn't find anything on that. And you wasted how many millions of our taxpayers, tens of millions of money our taxpayers. Why don't you give 1 million of that to me? I'm a struggling guy. I'm living in this apartment that's falling apart. Give it to me, please, okay? Give it to some Americans. Take the money. Give I don't know. I mean, give America a few. Give us a tax break. Imagine the money you spend. You're spending every day on bullshit, to spew bullshit, but the media is doing it. Well, the media's got 24 hours a day, 7 days a week that they have to spew stuff. I understand that. But you would think about, when people say Trump is dividing us, you would think about maybe the media is dividing us. You ever think about maybe the media needs to keep this Black Lives Matter going? Maybe they need to start a race war because that gives them ratings. You think maybe they are the ones who are probably, I don't know many people. I live here in Florida. It's supposed to be very racist down here, because it's the South, Even though South Florida is pretty much the North anyway. It's the only state you go more south to go north. But I don't see any of the racism you're talking. I don't see anything. I see people saying thank you to everybody. I see everybody nice and civil to each other. I don't see this just systemic racism that I'm hearing about all the time in the news. I'm not saying there isn't some racists in the United States. There are, but you think the media is maybe spewing this to try to start a lot of shit? It's like calm down, guys. Calm down. But maybe you need to do that because that gets your ratings up. Hey, it's like the movie Network in 1976. This is coming. Patty Chayefsky, whoever made that, his name was the guy, the director of that. Wow, I think he pretty much saw the future, and it's right now. It's happening right now. You ever be mad as hell and you want to take it anymore? Well, I'm mad as hell, and I don't want to take it anymore. And it's not basically because I'm mad at the walls, because I'm mad at the media for starting shit that they can't complete. And they're not going to complete. They're just going to tell us what the hell, they believe or they want us to believe. It seems like we're a bunch of pawns sitting there taking it. Just take my head off, full it with bullshit. And when it comes time for the election, I'm going to vote the way I'm going to vote. And I know, I'm going to say it, if Biden gets elected, maybe Fox News will do the same thing. But I'm not sure if you're going to have the demonstrations you have. Hey, you got to wear a mask. You can't go outside. But in case you're part of Black Lives Matter, then you could go outside. Trump having a rally. How irresponsible is that? See, they pick and choose what they're going to make a big deal about, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe the media, it's not Trump's fault. Maybe it's your fucking fault. Maybe it's you who's bringing up this bullshit. Maybe it's you who's trying to divide us because it brings more money in your pocket, more ratings in your pocket, more commercials to put on the air. Maybe that's more money in your pocket, you greedy son of a bitches. Maybe, possibly, just a layman's point of view. Anyway, that's it for this episode of Rabid Dogs Unleashed. I am JP Alexander, and have a good evening, and hopefully I'll see you again.